Hi everybody, my name is Shannon. Welcome to my channel, Another Yarn. Thank you so much for joining me today. I greatly appreciate it. It is part 3 of a sweater I'm working on. How many parts are there going to be? I have no idea. I just don't. I don't have it done. I mean, that's all there is to it. So I have no idea how many installments this will be, or if I roll this up into my weekly stuff. No clue, but I'm having fun. So you may or may not remember I started this beautiful sweater. This sweater is called Flourish, and it is a completely charted pattern. And so far, I'm absolutely loving it. The sweater starts off, and it's a box. It's a gorgeous, beautiful box. It starts off, and you're going in the round, and you go all the way to the underarms. Then you split off for the front and the back. You work on all your front stitches, and you get up to the neckline, and you work all your back stitches, and you get to the same spot. And then you attach it, bind off some of both sides so you can sew it together, and then you go around and around and around for a neck for a little bit of this collar right here, right? Okay, so last week I got to the underarms, right? So the first week I got halfway, and the second week I got to the underarms. So I had goals, man. I had goals. My goal was to get all the way up to the neck on both the front and the back. It's nice having goals in life. I'm just gonna tell you that. It's nice. I did not make my goal. But we're going to do a little field trip right now, and I'm going to take you downstairs, and I'm going to grab out my mannequin and see how this works and try it on. I have not tried this on myself. I have absolutely no idea if it's going to fit me. At this point, I just don't care. It's going to fit somebody. This is recap on the yarn, and we'll go over it again as soon as I come back from the our little jaunt. I have Malabrigo and sock yarn. This is Malabrigo sock. It is 100% superwash merino wool, 440 yards, sock yarn. Beautiful. And then this, never used this before, and I like it. It is not something that I would have thought that I would have liked had the yarn owner not been telling me about it and how great and wonderful it was. Truthfully, I didn't believe her. I'm not gonna lie, I did not believe her. But I'm like, okay, I will try it. So this is the Alpaca Yarn Company Tickle. It is a lace weight. Look at that. It does not look like it's going to be a lace weight at all. It looks like it's a worsted weight matted together something, but it's not. Look at that. Look at that. Can you see how tiny that is? Here, let me get it a little closer. Look at that. Okay. And it doesn't tangle up on itself like you would think. Yeah. She won the first hank. I won the second hank. Not an issue at all. Not an issue tangling on itself when I'm working on it, you know, nothing. So I'm actually going to use this stuff again. That is a shock to me, a 100% shock. Well, anyway, let's go downstairs and see what it looks like on the mannequin. I'm really interested because, again, I've not tried it on me. You'll see how far I got. All right, we are downstairs in my overflow studio. This is where I have my big twist yarn, and I've got over here, I've got some of the wonderful arcane fibers is right here, and some party yarn, and I've got all sorts of fun stuff down here. But the reason we're down here is I want to try something on my mannequin. This sweater is one that I have made. You know, obviously I did make this one. This is, so what pattern is this one? This is Brick, B-R-I-C-K. It is a free pattern on Ravelry. If I think about it, I'll go ahead and list that down below. It is a great, what I like to call like a vanilla pattern. It's one that will help you to make your own product, right? It's top down, so it does, you can try it on as you go. It's not why we're here, but you know, it's on the mannequin, so I have to tell you. So you can try this on as you go and make it to fit. The last time I played with the mannequin, I think she has my measurements. I'm not sure, but truthfully, it's the largest this mannequin will really go to. When I got this little dress form, I was smaller. We know how that goes. I was smaller, and I believe that this is as large as she will go. You know, there you go. It is what it is. I'm not complaining. You know, life goes on, right? So what I wanted to do, I took this off. I used to have a t-shirt on her so you wouldn't see all the gaps and what have you, you know. This is not the most expensive mannequin form, but it does the trick. All right, I know I'm moving around, but I have in my bag This is my bag from last year of doing the yarn crawl, the Colorado Wild and Woolly Yarn Crawl 2023. That is getting ready to start again here in Colorado, August the 3rd through the 11th. So I'm just using the bag as a project bag, and let me pull out my project that I want to try on. Look at that. We recognize that, don't we? Yes. So I am on, this is my second skein of that really fuzzy lace yarn. It is attached. Let's see. And then I've got my Malabrigo yarn right there. So these are both attached. I have not tried this on myself. I have not tried it on the mannequin. I just haven't. I kind of don't want to know. I mean, I do want to know, but I don't want to know. Do you know what I'm getting at? I mean, let's face it. At this point, I'm not ripping it out. So if it doesn't fit me, and it'll fit somebody, yes, it will. Okay, so I've got it on my needles. Don't lose some stitches here. There we go. Okay, so I've got it on the needles, and you'll notice, I don't really want to drop my yarn, but I just might. Okay, yarn down. It's okay. It's okay. So on this, what I've done, last week when we showed this, I was right here where this needle set is right now, and that's just a holder. I was there, and that is just all the way to the underarm. And now I am about 10 rows to where I have to break off for the neck on this, and I have to do the same for the other side. My goal was to be at this point for both the front and the back, but I'm not gonna lie, doing this pattern, reversing it, going back and forth, is taking a lot more brain power than working in the round. And the reason I'm saying that is the chart has a lot of, it has knit two together or slip knit throughout, which is fine on the right hand side because, you know, I can fly through some knit two togethers and some slip knits, man, that's not an issue at all. But on the back side, when you're doing the reverse and you're trying to get the stitches to lean the right way, that's going to be a purl two together or a purl two together through the back loop. So that does make a difference. All right, does that look good? I don't know. Okay, you tell me because I'm not looking yet. All right. Okay, so that is a lot slower for me. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to, for the sleeves themselves, they are supposed to be knit back and forth, but I don't see why they can't be knit in the round. So I believe that's what I'm going to do for the sleeves because I really am not enjoying the back and forth nature of that. Just because it's slower, that's all. Okay, so it's not too tight for said mannequin. Let's see. How does it look? I'm going to get out of the way so I can see. Oh, that's going to be pretty. Okay. Oh yeah, you can't really see it, can you? Okay, let me take you off the tripod and see if we can close in on that because you can't really see that stitch pattern. All right, look at that. Okay, so that's going to be stretched out and absolutely gorgeous. All right, and it does look like it's going to fit. We can see here, that's where we're splitting off, and that's the appropriate spot that's going to be splitting off right there. So that's good. The hem, we can see with that stitch pattern, you've got like a scalloped hem down there. All right. So that's nice. And that's going to be really, really pretty. Definitely darker. If I choose to, I could wear a white camisole underneath it, and that'll really show right here with that brioche. That's what that is the brioche right there. Like I said, I am about 10 rows, and then I will be doing this neck portion. So that is wonderful. I am thrilled with that. All right, that looks pretty good. And I just recently started this. This is the second cake of that. And where did I do that? About right here. About right there. So not bad. I will get into that third of this, which is fine. I bought 3 of these. I bought 3 of both. So that is very exciting. All right, I'm gonna go upstairs and continue to talk in my normal location. Oh wait, you wanna see some of the stuff here? A little close up? All right, so we've got, this is my sparkle party right here. Has some sparkle party. Here's some big twist party. I've got a lot more of the big twist party up here. And here's the fleck. This is the big twist fleck right now. That's on clearance at most of your Joann's if you're interested. This is some worsted weight stuff I got thrifting. I got this thrifting. Look at this. Okay, this is mandala. Look at that. $2. I got that at the thrift store for $2. These are the skinny cakes that I got at Michael's on sale for $5. I know, I'm just as shocked as you are. I got something at Michael's. It happens sometimes. Here's the top shelf is my Big Twist collection. This middle shelf, a lot of this is Arcane Fiberworks, not all of it. I've got some sparkles because I love sparkles. Look at that. Loving my sparkles. Look at that. That's beautiful. And then these are the Arcane Fiberworks and some more fuzzy stuff I got at the yarn store. This is my first Arcane Fiberworks. Easy Breezy Beautiful Cover Squirrel. And got some other, just some beautiful hand-dyed hanks of yarn. Got some wound up for a project over here. And my beautiful wall of Big Twist. All the pretty colors. Look, I've got a couple holes here, so what do you think? Think I need to do something about that? I think so. You know what that means? That means I've actually been using some of my yarn. Go figure. Well, okay, so truth is I'm working on some of those squares at the moment, and the little sisters and brothers of these are upstairs as I'm working on them, so I didn't get rid of as much as it looks like. This is a fun one. This is Joanne Winter yarn. That's a fun one that needs to be used. Yeah, okay, so we're going to go upstairs and play in my normal area. All right, so not only did you get to go ahead and see how far I got on the sweater right here, you also got to see a little bit of the stuff that I have downstairs. The Big Twist yarn I have in here is about 6 or 7 skeins that I'm working on at the moment, so that's most likely why all that stuff is out, and that is working on sweaters for Camp Boggy Creek. Yes, I love those bright colors. Anyway, okay, so you got to see this. I don't want to lose those stitches. I had to rescue a couple after pulling it off the mannequin. That's okay, no harm. So here we go. Nice close. Okay, there we can see how that's going to look stretched and everything. Look how pretty that is. And absolutely enjoying this. I really, really am. Like I said when I was downstairs, I'm not enjoying the back and forth. I'm not enjoying the purl two together. Now again, I have no problems purling two together. That's not so difficult. But when I'm looking at the chart, here, I can show someone. So you got all those angled lines right here. So when you're working on it on the one way, you know, on the right side, it's like this. Okay, like those. You know, on the one side it's slip slip knit or knit two together, and on the back side it's going to be that purl two together or purl through the back loop. And I just have to think about that. And it's a little more cumbersome with the needles. And part of the other reason is the designer, brilliant move, suggests when you're working in the round, I'm knitting it in a size 10 needle, which is crazy big, right? For me, anyway. So on your working needle, have a size 10 needle. On your non-working, have a size 9. And what that does, especially when you're in the round, right? Don't do it when you're working back and forth. That'll mess up your gauge. But when you're working in the round, it makes it easier to do the knit two together, the slip slip knit, any of your cables, if you're cabling without a cable needle, you know, because it just comes off that other needle just a little bit easier, right? But since I'm going back and forth, both needles are size 10s, so which generally I use both sizes the same. But I did notice working in the round with this particular thing with the double strands, it has been nice having that size 10 as the working needle and size 9 as the needle that's kind of holding all the stuff together, right? So I'm going to do the same thing for the sleeves. Let's see. I have sleeves here. All right. I know you're not gonna be able to see a lot, but that's how that's supposed to be. Okay, so you know how sleeves like that, and it has the red line over there. What that is increase, 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 right? So you have your staged increases, and you know, you get your nice graph. Okay, so there's no reason why I can't do that in the round. So I'm going to go ahead and adapt this for the round. It will just make my sanity so much better, and hopefully when I get to the sleeves, it will be faster. So right now, I'm doing a little gut check to get this part done. I'm very excited because I think I'm, like I said, I'm like 10 rows to where I'm doing the neck, and the neck's going to be in the round again. So then I have to do that back piece. And how many rows was that? I know the front and back I did, I thought it was 88 rows or something like that. Yeah. And this is like 132 is where I'm at, where I split for the neck, something crazy. So I think I've got something like 44. I think 44 rows is what I was supposed to do. So that's why I was hoping I would have gotten the front and back done. I had goals. But I think part of the reason why I wasn't able to do that is I have now officially come off the high of being on vacation, right? You know, I was on vacation and did a lot and enjoyed every bit. And then the week after vacation, I was still on that vacation high and super productive and getting stuff done and just really happy about it. And now I'm back into my routine of work, which is not bad. I'm not complaining. But I'm tired because I work a full-time job, right? I do. On top of having fun, right? You know, in my full-time job, although I really enjoy it, it really gets in the way of me having fun. Can you relate? I bet there's a lot of you that can. I bet you can. So I think that's part of it. But I'm happy with this. I am happy. I'm trying to step back, so to speak, and work on more of the things that I want to because I want to. We'll see how long that lasts, maybe a day or two, maybe a little longer. But I've been able to successfully get a lot of progress done on things that I want to have progress on. Surprisingly, one of those things were the Camp Boggy Creek squares. I'll show those on another day. But I did a few more than I expected. And I have some that need to be finished, right? We're not going to lie. There are definitely some that need to be finished. But I'm just breathing and enjoying and just having a blast with my crafts. I think that's the way that it should be. And I am dreaming about all sorts of projects. Oh my God. Yes, I'm sure. You've been around for a while, haven't you? You know I am. You got to see the little tour downstairs, and I didn't pull all the stuff out, but you can see I've got a lot of the arcane fiberworks. I've got a lot of sparkle. I want to make some other projects, and I don't think they're going to be hand washed anyway. Right? You know what I mean? Even though they say some of the things are super wash merino and things, you know, if you're going to do a fingering weight sweater like that, it's better to hand wash just to make sure. But what I was thinking is you saw a lot of sparkles, right? So I have all those sparkles, and then I have a lot of other beautiful colors. I don't have to use all exclusively arcane fiberworks or the other name. It's every time I see it, I think Aricana, but Aricana's a chicken, right? So that's not it. But I've got a bunch of a variety of different fingering weight yarns, or for that matter, as we know, I've got plenty of Malabrigo sock yarn right over here. I keep pulling it out. I've got Wales Road. Frank Ochre is the mustard color I love so much. I've got a lot of that one. I have a lot of great colors, and I'm just really firing with all the sweaters and all the garments and things along that line. And it doesn't have to be just like my husband. Well, you didn't get to see my husband's sweater yet. Got to see my son in it. That was funny. That's a funny story. I'll tell you later. But it doesn't have to be just the cuffs and the neck and the hem with one color and the rest all variegated, because a lot of the colors I got from Arcane Fiberworks are the variegated. They're just stunning. So it doesn't have to be like that. I could do, for me, a fade, pick out a bunch of colors that work together. I could do little pockets, put a little bit of sparkle here, a little bit of sparkle there. Oh, you know what would be really fun and interesting? All right, so do I have the sweater around here? No, I don't, of course not. The yellow and black sweater that I've been working on, that I'm just on the sleeves, and I've got like from here to here, right? I'm that much on both sleeves. Yes, it's so close. So on that one, I've got that big yoke right here with all the color work. Well, I have sparkle yarn. I could do something like that and make the sparkle be the color work. So you've got a different color, so make sure it's contrast. So a different color and sparkle. Oh, but still my heart. Oh, wouldn't that be amazing? That would be gorgeous. I've got some really nice ones. I have some, what is it? Ooh, that's a Malabrigo. Okay, so this is another Malabrigo. This is like a blood red. I don't know why my colors aren't getting, my light's not getting up, but it's like a blood red, black color. Yeah, gorgeous. Okay, so this is what I wanted to show. This is Madeline Tosh, and I got this, and it's like, I have to make something special. You know what? Stop saving your good yarn for something special. Because, you know, when we're gone, someone's going to be cleaning out your stash and it's going to go to Goodwill. So use it while you can. Anyway, so this is a Madeline Tosh. I got this 420 yards. It's this fingering weight yarn. And look at that. That has a copper sparkle to it. Yeah, copper. So that is gorgeous. And I have 4 skeins, not the same color. I have 4 of these. I remember I bought 4. And I got them wound up because, and normally I don't do that. And I got them wound because I really wanted to make something right away. Look at those. I mean, they're gorgeous. So maybe not all, the whole goal was one project, but who cares, right? Maybe not all in one project, but using this with some of the other colors that I have, just having that pop of copper sparkle. Yeah, I mean, we have to use our fun stuff, right? We do. Like I said, just stop saving. And no, like I said, that I'm not trying to be morbid. That's not what I'm getting at. But every time we find a massive, massive stash sale or whatever at Goodwill or wherever your thrift store is, somebody cleaned out somebody's stash, because you know the person that bought that is like, I'm not going to Goodwill. See, that's all I'm saying. So we need to use our stuff. At least have fun with it, right? I'm going to keep pulling it out and playing with it, and that's a lot of fun for me anyway. But I've got those things that I've got. I've got, what do I have? I've got 2 sweaters I'm working on for me. Yeah. Okay, so this one fit the mannequin, so pretty sure it'll fit me. Yeah, I know, that's exciting. So today was first time for me finding that out. I mean, I was holding up and looking at it, and it looked like it fit, right? Yeah, that's it. But that was kind of verification. I'm not planning on putting this on until I get the front and back done. Yeah, get the front and back done and everything, and then I'll actually try it on. But until then, that's my goal, is to resist and not actually put it on my body. I know that sounds so weird, but I'm not going to do it. I'm not. So I've got 2 sweaters for me. I've got a sweater I'm working on for my husband. I've not picked up my granddaughter's sweater yet, but I'd like to. And my grandson, my grandkids were over this last week, and my grandson was wearing a sweater that I made for him a couple years ago, and it was cute. It's like, Nana made that for you. You know, I was telling him how many years ago. I said, well, how come it still fits me? And I said, because you're still tiny. I did make it a little bit bigger. It was the wonderful wallaby pattern, which is a knit pattern, which is pretty much the same pattern I'm making for my granddaughter. That is a hood and then the front pouch, right? So it's a generic plain sweater, and you can add the hood and everything in that pouch, that little kangaroo pouch to it, and it is absolutely adorable. And I think it's Cottage Creations that has that particular pattern. It is a paid-for pattern, and they have all the way from child size to very large adult size. And I have both the books that have all the way from child size to very large adult size. It's a great pattern to use, kind of like Brick was, what I showed downstairs, to use as a great jump off point. It's a good starter sweater pattern, and then you can change your stitches if you choose to, put little design elements in it if you'd like to. You know, let your imagination run wild, because you've got a good template, good numbers. Do your gauge swatch. Hate gauge swatches, by the way. Do your gauge swatch so you know who it's going to fit, or just don't care, like me with this thing. It's going to fit someone, hopefully me. You know, and have fun with it. You know, enjoy what you're doing. Don't put unrealistic goals on yourself. Hello, I've been doing that. Oh my gosh, have I been doing that? Don't put unrealistic goals on yourself. Don't turn what you love, your hobby playing with yarn, into a chore. It is not a chore. It is wonderful that you're able to touch it, to work with it. You have the tools to play with. And you know what? On some days, just sitting with it in your lap like this is good enough. Whether you put a stitch on it or not, just snuggling, that's just good enough. But enjoy it, enjoy your craft. Don't lose that. That's a sanity break. That is helping to ground it. gives comfort, gives peace, and it beats raiding the refrigerator, if you know what I mean. You know, because if you raid the refrigerator too much, you know what happens? You need another skein of yarn for that sweater. That's what happens. It's true. So it's a cost-saving measure, right? So you're going to knit and you're going to crochet and everything instead of raiding the refrigerator. Yeah. Doesn't always work though, does it? No. But anyway, it's a thought. It's an idea. Okay, at this point, I think I'm rambling, but I'm excited, so that's cool. I'm having fun with my yarn and playing. That's cool. Looks like my sweater's gonna fit. Oh my gosh, that is so exciting. And next week, let's see where I'm at. I don't know. I think if I got through this, I can get farther. I'm hoping, and hopefully I can get farther than I did this week. I don't know, because I had goals. Well, it's okay. We all have goals. It's good to have goals. They don't all get met. With that, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. You guys have a great day, night, evening, whatever it happens to be, and I will talk to you again later. Bye-bye.